not opening up to just any woman or just too many people in general, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm only gonna tell y'all the facts. People would just simply use that against you, bro. Like I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. This world, it's really the world is really about a position of power. Like if we keep it real, if we keep it real, it's really about a position of power. Okay, like if you like sharing everything about your life, you're giving up position of power. If you are not in power, people won't listen to you. People will second guess listening to you. But it's like when the news channel on, what do people mostly listen to? The news, right? Position of power, position of I can trust this source of information. You can't trust people with your source of information, especially just anybody. Um, or the times that you've been friends with somebody for years, years, and years and years, and then all of a sudden y'all stop being friends, and then they got all that information you gave them, bruh. This is why you got to be careful of what you just telling people, bruh. It's bigger than just women, but especially a woman don't confide your tears into. Like I'm not gonna say like you can't cry for a woman, but I'm saying when you're interacting with a woman in a romantic way, and that's your partner, bro. Like you got to be careful. Like you, of course, you can cry for a woman, like, but just don't let her see them because it's like you can get to the point of romantically losing her. She can think you're weak because you cry romantically. You get what I'm saying? And it's not that things don't happen in life to where you can't cry. Like, bro, you're a human. Like, you can cry. But you gotta understand that women don't understand that men are human. They look at us as like toys and emotional roller coasters for them to grab onto. So that's what they enjoy. Soon as you start to talk and you start to like really just give up all that, Patreon down below in the description, that would support the channel. I would really appreciate it, bruh. I do this for the passion of it. I would say though, like, yo, if you are in position, understand if you get women that as you talk and reveal yourself, as she get to know you, you're taking away from the illusion of the way she visions you. Because listen, every time a woman has a crush on you and she's watching your life from a distance, she has an illusion of who you are and how you live your life. It's an illusion, right? It's more of like the fantasy. They create a fantasy about you before you even open up your mouth. And the more you open up your mouth and you share and share and share and share, you take away from the fantasy. And it's not about not sharing. You can still share, but just understanding like how much to share and the person that you have in front of you. Because a lot of times the person you have in front of you, like the woman you have in front of you, isn't typically the one you'll go to the end with of that being your woman. Okay, that being your wife. It's not always like that in life. So one thing you want to understand is how can you not be the guy who talks himself out of the cat? Okay, that's big important too because you start thinking trauma dumping gonna get you to play or get you the time of day, but you didn't even know like you talking gonna get rid of all of the cat. You get what I'm saying? The HUDs are a distraction. That is a fact. Very much a distraction, bro. I think the whole idea of lust is the biggest distraction because you wouldn't even be telling her those problems if you wasn't going through lust. And I'm not trying to make it a bad thing to have sex. It's not a bad thing to have sex. Sex is really healthy for the body and the mind. You know what I'm saying? When it's mutual and on the same timing, right? Uh Especially when you know how to get her to that time, man. Get her to the point of letting off fireworks, right? it's nice. It's nicer. You get what I'm saying? So one thing I would say is just having the lust under control enough to not tell your problems. Like, what are we doing? Like, I remember I was complaining at the job one day, right? I was complaining at the job, and basically I got Shorty right here, and she kind of looking at me crazy. Like, why is this guy complaining today? Like, why is he complaining about that job? They hate that shit, bro. I mean, like, of course, women love bad energy and negative energy, so that's why they circle back to the drama and always want to, be in drama or watch drama or engage in provoking your reactions and responses. So they go with the drama. They go with the guy who doesn't really want well for himself, right? And it's usually like, well, let me try to talk her out of it. It's really what the guy trying to talk her out of it. Typically, I'm not gonna say all the time, but typically is the guy who has a problem with not having her for himself, and it messes that guy over because I'm like, no, bro, you just putting yourself in position of waiting on the sideline until she come back and save you or come back and tag you in the game, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And focus on how can you be a free spirit from like all of this. How can you go and achieve what you want to achieve? How can you want to do what you need to do? How can you want to be the person of desire? You know what I'm saying? But it's not even about just desire. Passion, love, freedom. You get what I'm saying? To the point where you are free from the chains of the labor force that is going to be forced onto you once you get out there in the world. Okay? And it's more of I boom, I just have to be smart and not invest all of my problems into other people. I just have to be smart and not have to do all this dumb stuff of what's going to hold me back. How about do what you need to do to be able to get forward and make something of your life? Because I'll tell you this, bruh. I'll tell you about this. It was always about you. You get what I'm saying? Like every day you wake up, the sun don't stop. The sun gonna come, and it just is what it is. If you told somebody something and they ran with that information and try to use it as a weakness against you, because that's what they will do a lot of times. Like try to use the weakness against you and stuff like that. It ain't even a point of stressing, bro. Like you going through the toughest moment in your life right now. Why stress? What if you can just flip your mind and say, let me stay calm, let me stay resilient, and let me see how I could change my life? Because it's like, why go with the other state of mind? Why go with the mind of I'm not gonna, make something of my situation? Like it's just facts you need to do. It's just a spirit you need to achieve of reaching the spirit that's inside of you. And a lot of y'all look for attraction, but literally that's gonna be the attraction. She attracted to your spirit. It's not that you can't tell women anything. I'm not saying that. You can tell women things, but just don't get to the point where you're oversharing to, someone who is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful of that and watch what you sharing. Watch what you sharing. Because the more you put out the energy of knowing the game and being on the positive lane, being on the side of doing your thing, you'll see more hate come in. You'll see more things just, you know, pop up in your life that's just gonna be the test. How like everything is like a test, bro. If you don't like realize what's the test is or the state of mind you need to have during the test, then it's gonna be struggles for you. You're gonna fall victim to manipulation. You're gonna fall victim to everything that's get thrown your way because you have no idea about life. You have no idea about the things that you have to do to order to see the truth. You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand this. A lot of people won't understand what you're doing. A lot of people would just look at you and not have a clue. But you know why you doing this. I seen a Jalen Hurts clip the other day. He said, I had a purpose before y'all had opinions. Oh my fucking goodness. He said I had a purpose before y'all had opinions. Staying consistent, me doing what I need to do, me putting in 60 plus hours a week, me grinding and grinding and promoting my business when nobody even supporting my business. Me just having gratitude to the one who support my business, bruh. Falling down, falling down, falling down, falling down, falling down. Now, but every time I got right back up, you can hate on me, but you didn't walk my 4 quarters of walk. You didn't keep going when it got hard for me. I. But then I really had to take myself away from I and had to understand why. Why am I doing this? Why do I care so much? Why do I actually? Why am I actually a lover guy? And I have to change that. You know why? You know why? Because you will get used up. You'll get used up at the job. You'll get used up by the woman. You'll get used up by yourself. You going against three things just in life: yourself, your job, and the woman. Can we just lock in for once? Can we just change our state of mind and then lock in and get to it? Oh, now I'm getting the bread. Oh, I'm getting bread now. I'm getting bread now. Okay, I'm gonna invest into this. Now I'm getting bread into from this, and the job. Boom, 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 boom. I'm combination up. They can't stop the combos. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's to the point where you can start going around having a smile on your face. Boom, like, bro, I'm telling you, these women go crazy for the mysterious guy. And I'm not saying you can't speak at all, bro. But I'm just saying, have a smile on your face and be ready to go the next day. Or don't have a smile on your face and be ready to get in tune with the day. It don't matter. However you want to operate, however you want to be you to where you can thrive in this world, to not be confused and taking all the time in the world to spend it up with a woman and invest all your feelings. They don't even like that shit, bro. I mean, yo, I remember times that like, bro, like I'll be chilling with a woman and I'll realize like they don't even want you to entertain something as such of like their feelings all the time. Yeah, it's good to get confirmation, but sometimes they want you to just like kind of ignore them. Because sometimes they know what they be bringing up. It's something of loops. It's something of like conversations of not going forward. And one thing you like really, really, really want to realize is like you don't even need to entertain her like kind of like shit test, like just to the point where she just throwing like attitude at you for no reason or something like that. Like you don't have to respond to that, bro. You don't have to let women to give you a bad day and stuff like this. Look, the goal is to share enough, um, create a connection because you want a connection with people. Um, as all humans seek it, and you age faster when you don't have a connection with humans. So, with that being said, I would say, bro, you could still have the connection with the woman. That's not a bad thing, G. That's not a bad thing, though. Sharing too much, and that's where the average guy gets slumped over because it's like the average guy is sharing too much. He's talking too much at the job. He's even like, you know what I'm saying? He's telling them, well, I got this hustle out here, out here. Now you leaving room for hating. If you ain't say what you was doing outside the job, he wouldn't even have room to hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Or the conversation wouldn't even be on you. See, when you the point of the center of attention, things come with that. Things come with that. So when you are the center of attention of the workplace, bruh, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Usually the guy at center of attention for the woman is usually the guy that she's never around. Or or it could be a guy she's around time to time, but it's certain characteristic traits that she's just attracted to. And we can't take away of the woman anatomy, the nature of the shit that they just attracted to. It's been shown for years. I mean, but just don't be the guy who lives his whole life for this though. Like, go do something, bro. Like, go be somebody. You get what I'm saying? Because like you gotta like really change your mindset of what you focus on. Because bro, it's always gonna be somebody saying something. It's always gonna be somebody not seeing your vision. And you know, right now I'm around people who see my vision. You know what I'm saying? And I could say I'll rock with that. I could say I'll rock with that, bro. But at the end of the day, it's always gonna be somebody who don't see your vision. It's always gonna be somebody who hate on you. It's always gonna be somebody who try to use the feelings that you invested into weakness. That shit will always happen, bro. Because let me tell you this, bro. If you are in a state of not flow state, not accepting the truth, not being comfortable with you, you're gonna struggle with everything in this world. Y'all make it come think it come down to just approaching women. No, it was about you approaching yourself and the problems you've been through. You get what I'm saying? And it's really like I'm building on you to say, hey, bro, build for yourself. I'm just starting the blocks. Here, here, here. Go win in life. Go win in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it comes from you building your wall, your boundaries of like, no matter what, like I'm not gonna do too much. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I need to do to do good in life. Patreon down below, by the way. And it's just like, bro, it started to get simple, bro. You got your people who on their purpose. You got people who don't even know about purpose. You got people who know about purpose but low on vibration, so they choose not to chase their purpose. Then you got the internet warriors. Then you got the people who's on their grind in this straight line and watching YouTube to apply to their life. You know what I'm saying? Videos that's actually interested in them. Like, and then you got the people who's just not doing nothing, not giving no effort, not putting into the place of the places that's possible to achieve. It's like you get away from that. It's like you find a girl and then you just comfortable in the state of living you at. Like, what happened? Like, what are we still going to change our lives? Are we still going to enter the point of life is not the same no more? I think the idea of life is not the same no more is usually put in a bad concept, but really it's a good concept, bro. Like, how how can I make the most of this? How can I be the most flyest me in this state of life right now? How can I, overcome my fucking challenges, my fucking depression, my fucking desire to not even want to talk to people? Well, you know what you do? You get yourself out there, because nobody's gonna add money in that bank account, and that junk gonna start to go up. Like the bills. I'm not talking about your account until you start to put the work up, going up and building your wall. And building your wall. But to be honest, now, bro, nobody even likes working out. I mean, everybody wants a judgment, has an opinion, but nobody has purpose. Nobody wants to work on their body and build themselves up. I thought of something. You know why Gunna the rapper start and got out and started like still succeeding? Because he still focused on his purpose and he got in shape. Like, those two things will change your whole life. Like, I ain't gonna lie, we never talk about this. Getting in shape kind of changed your whole persona. Not from an eye standpoint, from the eyes standpoint. Like, bro, if you're in shape, bro, people will perceive you different. People will like all of a sudden treat you like you the craft you do, you're more passionate at it, or you automatically just get looked up in better lights of when people know you're putting in work in your life into yourself. Because it's like something about something of waking up when the sun come up and still going hard. Because we know we gonna feel different every day the sun come up, bro. But it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bruh? Are you gonna stay focused on the opinions, or you gonna stay focused on the purpose? Because the purpose is what have them having the opinions. You had a purpose first. You had a purpose first, so of course it's gonna come with opinions. Because what the fuck you think you doing this for? Of course you're gonna have eyes. God is putting you in position for people to learn and perceive. So you get mad at the judgment. You get mad that your mom don't see the vision. You get mad that your people not on the same timing. You get mad that you don't got nobody to talk to, that you don't got nobody to count on, bruh. But you create all of that. You create the security in yourself to give people the trust to put security in you. Or you build an attraction to build some type of desire in your life, but don't lose your life to lust in your life. Ain't nothing wrong with being on timing either. Just make sure she on the same type of timing, bro. Cause soon as you doing too much, that's when she do the most and leave you and treat you like a fan. But what about the times that you had a plan? That's all I be saying. But you know what? They will always unperceive and try to de-appreciate what I've done on this platform. But you know what? The real is, bro, it was always about you. It was always about your plan. They just try to take you away from your plan. It was you at times, bruh. Shout out to Ez Clips with the super chat, bro. I love God and I love spreading kindness, bro. And that's why you got to protect your energy the most. Because, okay, you love God and we all love God. I hope so. And love spreading kindness, bro. They would look at you like you the weirdest one. I swear to God. Like all of a sudden you be nice, bro, and all of a sudden people treat you like shit. All of a sudden you be nice, bro. The women say you ain't shit. Like what the fuck? How I'm supposed to, not how. I know how I'm gonna keep pouring love into the world, but the more I pour love into the world, the more hate I receive. Because you know why? Hate is a form of love. So you being a love kind God, you don't change, bro. You just know who deserves your time and love and kindness. And that's not to say you can't treat people with respect. Just make sure you're not just a walkover, bro. Like, because bro, it's very, very sad, bro. Like I've really seen it. Like you giving out good energy, you giving on the timing of, bro, let's change our lives, or you can do this to change your life, or let's just pray. Let's just have a conversation of the day. Like what can it be? And people will look at you like you the weirdo person. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Or why is this guy so kind? It's weird. Or it's untrustworthy, because you know what? These people have been in the point of growing up in toxic places to where they can't trust people, or they chose to invest into the wrong person, and they can't trust them no more. And when we talk about women nature and stuff like that, we gotta hold ourselves accountable too. We still gotta be able to trust somewhat, bro. You can't just think every girl a bot, bro. You can't just think every girl a bot. So it's like, all right, boom, I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna just go with the flow state and take the facts for what it is. Okay, is she about, or is she not? You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, having a precise time of reading people. Because if you wait too long, I realize this too. If you wait too long on people, you'll start to realize, like, damn, like, I waited too long. I seen the red flags and I didn't get out that situation. But it's like, well, if you get out the situation too long, you start to feel like, well, I didn't get to see. But really, you saw what you needed to see. You just got to get better at on timing of seeing whether or not people are for you. And that's the win, bro. Because I'm like, damn, like I feel like I messed up in my life on that a couple times of like, okay, the timing of whether or not this person is really for me. Okay, like, and it's not that I'm terrible at it, but I'm just saying, like, I be wanting to support. I be wanting to give this world love. I be wanting to give this world kindness. And sometimes, like, I just, wait too long. And I've been passionate up in my life, bro. Like I've been a loner in life. I've been a place of where I've been talking to multiple people in life of how you doing, friend. Like you get what I'm saying. But then you come to realize, like, shoot, like shoot, bro. Like what it's gonna be, bro? Is it real? Is it not? Like, am I even friends with this person? Like I'm really looking at the value people serve. Like a lot of times, bro, y'all invest information into women that isn't providing any value into your life. Then you wonder on why it go wrong. And then you wonder on why, like, all right, boom, like, why can't I find me a woman? Well, bro, like, you gotta get up and grind, bro. Like, bro, like, what if you just gave it consistency every day? Like, it gotta go somewhere, bro. Even if it's a job at McDonald's, that's still like 25,000 a year. For a YN, bro, a YN making 25,000 a year, I don't think he understands how good that is. A YN, I'm talking about a YN, a YN, maybe just getting out of school. You should eventually use that as a stepping stool. But I'm just saying, like, if you just stay still consistent, gave it overtime, gave it a point of drive, what the fuck could happen? And it's like I would be in a place of having conversations like this, or maybe talking to women like this too, and people would just be confused. Why is this guy so motivated? Why is this guy so kind? Why is this guy looking for the answers? Why is this guy, on this journey? And you got to understand that you had a journey before the opinions, brother. So it's like if you're not gonna have a purpose, you're not gonna have opinions on you. So you're in a state of comfortable. I mean, no, you're gonna have opinions on you anyways, but you won't have the deep driven opinions on you. Uh, I would say though, a private things private is kept safe, but things that need promotion that aren't getting promoted by you are doing yourself a disservice to order to grow to get to the you. And what do I mean by get to you? Your best you. I did this shit for y'all, bruh. I did this shit for y'all, bruh. I did this shit for y'all, bruh. You know why, bro? Because I felt like I was missing myself and answers in my life of all right, what the hell is the truth? Okay, bro, I'm nice to women. Why they treat that like this is backwards? Like this ain't what you supposed to be doing. I'm checking up on her, but she not checking up on me. You doing too much. Too much. You get what I'm saying? Like you doing too much. And then as soon as you do too much, like boop, they out the door. Because it's almost like they want to be a fan of your life, and follow you, and always feel like they catching up to you. Why is that? Because it's a representation of you leading. She always trying to figure it out, but you still on the point of giving it a good time and heading forward. You get what I'm saying? And that's the point of like, all right, boom, like I've been doing my relationships like, bro, if it's not forward, and this is friends and a woman, you know what I'm saying? I would say, bro, if it's not going forward, I don't want to really engage in it, bro. Like I don't really want to engage in it, and people look at me like I'm just this hyper focused guy, but bro, I'm just realizing, bro, like it's no way out until you create the way out, bro. Like, and I'm just trying to make it out, bro. So I did this, like, and I remember just posting videos, and I just be like, well, I'll post a video up. Shout out to Kev Loke with the super chat, bro. I appreciate you. Bro said, do a flip. I ain't I show speed, bro. I seen that comment too. Nigga said I look like I show speed, bro. Bro, all of a sudden a black dude grow his afro and he got 4C here. All of a sudden he like I show speed. I ain't gonna do no goddamn flip. But I'll say, yo, bro, like, soon as you start like focusing on you and leading the way and creating a purpose in you, bro, like you'll see the attraction towards you start to happen. Now, this doesn't mean you get your full weight though. Just cause you a nigga on his grind and getting that paper don't mean these ladies gonna pay you a piece of mind, bro. It's about the aura, like the aura you cooking up. You get what I'm saying? It's about the aura, bro. Like dead ass hitting the gym posing in the mirror a certain way, like, having a certain walk to you, a certain confidence about you, a certain feeling you create when people talk to you. This is the stuff that women start to want to be in your life for. And I talked about it last time, like, but women are attracted to lifestyle just as much as the attraction is of you. We For us, end all be all, damn near be the beauty of the woman. For you, it's the whole way you operate about yourself. Like, that's what they attracted to. It ain't about just your looks. You could be damn near ugly and still pulling. But it's because at the end of the day, bro, they attracted to the purpose in you. Like, you sometimes a woman will be no good, and she no good for a man, but she still admire that man from the standpoint of the purpose that's within him. So she knows she's no way of compatible for him, but she knows she loves and admires him, and trusts his leadership. She just don't think he'll give she don't think he will give her the time of day. So therefore, he's kind of in his position here, and she's here. And but I say here and here not to be weird and say women are below men. No, I'm just saying women like to admire their men. Why you think they like to look up at a guy who's taller than them? Like, what do you think is going on in her mind, bro? It just got to be signs of dominance, sense of control and security in their life, of a man's life, for her to be attracted to them. I think a lot of times, like, we get it mixed up as guys and think it's about looks, pogo size. Oh, that does matter, by the way. This does matter, by the way. But I'm just saying it's not the end all be all. You get what I'm saying? Because I know it's a guy out there who doesn't have the looks and thinks he's screwed. I know it's a guy who's not the biggest down there, but he thinks he's screwed. But you're not screwed, bro. Like, it's someone for you that's going to choose you, but you have to choose you first. That's what it's about. Like, when it's time to have a ride, bro, or go out somewhere where you got a car, or you know what I mean. It's time to make some money this week. You got a way to make some money this week, and it's not just getting by. You want to get out the habit of just getting by, like, because when you just get by, it's like, all right, now I'm gonna invest all this time of extra time I have in a day into just, I I'm just gonna tell you all my business. I'm gonna just tell you all my business, and I'm gonna just regret that shit later because you're definitely gonna use it against me. I don't know what it's just like human psychology, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, like, people don't view your visions like you view them. So if you tell a woman all the things you about to do, she doesn't care, bro. Like, or typically typically a lot of women won't say something that's going to pour into your spirit for you to actually do it. Like, you think telling her everything is the right thing, or you think trying to fix her problems is gonna be everything, but you can't fix her, bruh. That's the biggest thing a man gotta take away from this video. Don't invest everything, all your information, and don't invest a point of losing yourself. It's not worth it, bruh. It's just not worth it, bruh. How can I get in my grind today and work on myself and put the investment into myself? How can I tell myself my problems and put myself on fixing my problems? But it's gonna be a slow building process. But start building your wall. Start building up today. Start building up the point of, I I'm starting to figure it out. Because I don't know, are you telling them your problems to actually get somewhere and fix them, or just to feel better, the vibe nice, so you went ahead and told her something you shouldn't have told her. You get what I'm saying? And that's what it really come down to, bro. Because I think a lot of guys is scared to build, scared to be the one who took the risk on themselves, scared to be the one who puts himself through the battles of the things he needs to do to conquer the better version of you, yourself. So therefore, like, it's like this constant battle you're gonna have with yourself. And like I told you, that's the purpose. That's the spirit. Now your spirit and your purpose gotta go kind of align. Like it gotta kind of go back and forth of the type of time, and you know what I'm saying, like, of understanding, because it's like your spirit is aligned and connected to your purpose, right? That's the core of you. That's like your centerpiece. Like when somebody say, "Why are you doing it?" Boom, boom, boom. Like you kind of like start talking with your spirit too, right? Like, well, like it's because they're connected. They're connected, and it's like they start to get disconnected as you go through your problems in the world, as your focus shift in the world, and it's almost like somebody who's older and doesn't have the time of day to chase their dreams and aspirations. They spirit and purpose got disconnected, because it's not that they don't live for their kids, right? This is a older somebody who's gotten older, right? It's not like they don't live for their kids, because they live for their kids and they focus on providing, but they lose the track of going after the dream that's going to overly provide and gonna have you have a point of more time, because we do the grind to have more time. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't want more time to enjoy the things they are working hard for? So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like if you not on that type of timing, bro, you gonna struggle. You definitely gonna struggle, and you gonna wonder, what if, what if, and it's always gonna be this misunderstanding of you and woman nature, because you never put the work in you, and you never took the time to understand woman nature, bro. Like it's the same shit, bro. Okay, boom, she giving the attitude, she giving you know what I'm saying, this, bro. It's her nature, bro. Like how is the best way to de-escalate the situation, and find what's valuable for your life, because it's like your job. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's super simple, but it's like very much simple. It's like, and life is as simple as you make it. Like if you going through a lot right now, bro, how can you make it simple, bro? How can you tell yourself the truth? What can you give yourself for therapy? You know what I'm saying? How can you move to the point of moving precise to where you ain't talking yourself out the cheeks? You ain't doing that, because you know why? Because you are accepting the truth in your life. You are understanding, like, hey, I cannot go backwards in my life. That's why I say, okay, boom. Most of the time, y'all talking to women, bro, talking in a state of going forward, like, like literally, like a analogy of a person walking forward type of thing. That's how you want your conversations going forward, bro. Like, I ain't gonna say you can't joke around and have pointless conversations, bro. That's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing until it's a bad thing. So like, it's not nothing wrong with joking around and stuff like that. Have a good time, bro. But just to the point of, like, bro, when it's getting to that point of debating, uh, argumenting, of you know, talking about how bad life is, bro. Make sure by the end of you talking bad about life, it's forward again. Like, all right, it's all good. This would make it good. Like this would this would give me more fuel. This is what give me more motivation. This is what gives me a point of satisfied satisfaction, that hey, I am alive and I have to overcome. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got a plan, and that's what you need to understand. Everybody has a plan, bro. Everybody has a reason that they're here. Everybody has a point of understanding, like, that they need to accept. And bro, like, understand it, bro. Woman is gonna be a part of the biggest test in different ways. Like, okay, bro, are you gonna control your lust? Okay, bro, are you going to get up and create somebody of yourself? Are you gonna live for woman validation? Are you gonna live for other people's opinions? These are certain questions you gotta ask yourself. And to be honest, bro, like I said, when you got a purpose, bro, you had a purpose before they had opinions. So therefore, bro, of course it's gonna be opinions. Of course it's gonna be eyes. It's God putting you in this position of the test. You in a position of just the stage of life you in, you're just in a different position of the test. Okay? Like, This whole experience is a test. It's all a test. You get what I'm saying? You have to be, somebody commented, you have to be self-motivated. For sure, bruh. For sure. Because if you don't want it, bro, nobody else gonna want it. Because once you start to want it, bro, people are not even gonna see why you wanted it and understand to the point you understand why you wanted it, bro. So you gotta want it, bro. You gotta want it, bro, because it deeply affects you when you don't want it, bro. Like, you gotta think about it. When you about to go crazy, in and out, 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 you want it, right? You like this, like the desire is there. Imagine if you have that towards life. Imagine you had that going into the job and then stacking it, or had that going into your business, grinding it, allowing it to come in. You know what happens once you put in? Once you put in, you receive a return. You receive a return. Bro said, "Can I borrow your microwave real quick?" For sure. Hey, you receive a return because the effort you put in, it's like God see that. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we want people to see our work that we put in. Nah, bro, half of the time people not even gonna understand the work you put in. I literally had managers asking me, why is you putting in overtime every week? Why is you putting in overtime every week? You know why? It's the state of confusion after seeing that purpose, after seeing that drive. You get what I'm saying? And that's really what it's about. Somebody said, "What's your channel about?" Check it out. Check it out, Julian. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. And it's really to that point, like, because you don't want to go, it hurts going through this life confused. Like, you confused why being nice usually gets you treated the worst way. You confused the why people who go to school don't have a life of fortune, and these people who do didn't go to school. Like, you confused, right? You confused if she like you. You confused if you are taking the right steps in your life. And really, I sit here and tell you, bro, you really not gonna know until you make an answer for yourself, or you dive deep that of the people who giving the answers and you seeking the answers, bro. Because you could live your whole life in a state of delusion. And when you have a love life, you have to fight the delusional side of you and tame it with the logical side of you, because the more in love you start to be, the more delusional you start to get. That's a real truth for you. That's a real truth for your ass. The more delusional you get, the more the more in love you get, the more delusional you get. And I'm not gonna say everybody in love is delusional. That's not true, because love does exist. I'm just saying it does create a delusional side of you if you allow it. But if you tame it with logic and just understanding, and an idea of self perception, and keeping the spirit of keeping the purpose, they go hand in hand, right? So you're still gonna be going forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's that the logic always gonna come back to, I am I further away from my goals, or am I closer to my goals? Is she helping me towards my goals, or is she not helping me towards my goals? Is she making me happy while while taking time away from my goals, or is she making me not happy? I think when you have purpose and spirit, you get what I'm saying. It's always gonna keep you like close to that, because it's like you always gonna have a reminder, like, well, do I still have time for this? How do I feel towards doing what I'm doing while exploring with this person right here? So it's like you gotta have the type of control you need and understanding you need once you have the attraction that you seeked and viewed you needed. It's very important, brother, because you think getting all the girls is the way to go. You think getting all the girls is the way to go. That's how you know that you that guy, right? But it was never about that. It was never just about getting some cheeks, bro. It was never just about, you satisfying the idea of other people ideas, bro. They ideas is they playbook. They ideas is their way of experiencing and creating in the world. Yours is a different way. My way might not be your way. So me putting my opinion on your way because you shared your way, it doesn't matter. You had a purpose before they had a pen. That's facts. I mean, you'll literally get on this type of timing, bro, and you'll really come to realize, bro, like this is a point of reaching a different language. It's like you speaking in a point, a power, a point of forward, a point of place in a place of knowing your place in this world, because a lot of people don't know their place in this world. Just getting by, just getting by. Or hey, this job gives me, paper, a nice amount of money, so I do it, but I never got to what I would like to do in the world. I mean, bro, I truly believe it's about like everybody doing what they like to do, but I mean, it's the world need balance. Some people just never gonna figure it out. Never figure it out. And that's why they left. When they hear stuff like that, they hate shit like that. You get what I'm saying? They hate is you're speaking a different language. Everybody won't understand you. Everybody won't understand the time that you putting in. You gotta understand this, because I emphasize this so much, because it could be something that holds you back. It could be something you sit there and try to explain, something you waste time for. You don't want to waste time. Your time is the most valuable thing that you could be on in the point of reaching the things that you want to achieve, but you choose to invest it all into the woman that is not for you. Like, let's talk about investing your pockets too much. You think every time you go out, you gotta spend money, bruh. Every time you go out, you gotta spend money. Spend money, spend money, spend money. No, bruh, it's a time to be conservative. A place of knowing, like, all right, bruh, I don't gotta break the bank for her to like me. You think investing everything is going to make her like you. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. You think putting a ring on her is gonna make her faithful. That's not the truth. Like, bro, I'm observant, bro, and I'm not trying to be the guy who's taking the other dudes' women and stuff like that, or create guys who wants to take other guys' women. Bro, don't play with nobody's wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, bro. But to the point where women who marry still are viewing for the other guy, and that's true. That's true, bro. Like, they still be outside viewing sometimes, like over pursuing or flirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't seen that video of the personal trainer sharing his experience with women, bro, go watch that video, bro. It's the truth, bro. It's certain truths that people got to just accept, because you'll constantly be tested, bro. You'll be constant to people who don't want to waste time and people who want to waste time. You can tell the difference. If you view all your friends, and you think about wasting time or putting in time or and grinding, you gonna be able to categorize them, and that's the way you should base your friendships off. Let's talk about it. I mean, if the jokes and stuff adding value to your life, a smile on your life, okay, cool. But like, what category can you put them in? Do they actually help my life? You get what I'm saying? How can I help their life? But not it's not hero ball. It's natural. It's more like, okay, I just met this dude. Dang, he just said something valuable. He just met me. Dang, I just did something valuable. Like, it's not something you gotta have a negotiation, but well, how can we improve each other's life? You just start to realize certain people will help you, like, boom. All right, I'll give you a shout out if you donate $500. But you'll start to realize, like, certain things is just natural. Like, you don't have to force it. And that's really the connection you want to have with, like, women. It's not like a place of, like, oh my god, like, I have to be around her. No, bro, that's typically when she not going, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's typically when you doing your thing, you grinding, and you doing well for yourself. That's the key to attraction a lot of times. Not all that doing too much affection thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, when you give it time away, like when you give it time, bro, like, you'll come to realize, like, it be cool. Like, it'd be cool, gang. Like, it'd be cool to the point where she's missing you. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's it's the desire instead. You gotta know ways of keeping the desire there. And it's not a thing that you should allow to stress you out, like you in this constant game. It's just a more of an understanding, and you know what you can't do and can do. And the things you can do, you can throw a little spice on it. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? it's like, bro, like being player not it and being a guy who don't get none out of it. It's when you hit stage two of player. It's like super. It's like hold on, because I don't want to give it Super Saiyan 2. I feel like we're a little bit more evolved than that. It's like Ultra Instant. You get what I'm saying? We might get nicked up, we might get tagged up, but like we winning the test, we dodging the hits. You get what I'm saying? Because it's about understanding. I think Ultra Instant Goku just understands, bruh. He understands, brother. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Say what you want to do and do what you need to do and do the things that bring you pursuit. Do the things that gives you and reminds you of purpose, because that's what she can confide into. You put the therapy you need into your passion, into creation. You put your hurt into that. You get what I'm saying? You put your time of not being patient into just getting after it today. Just get after it, bro. Because the more time you just dwell, like, well, I just told her this, and she ran off and did battle with it, or she ran off and did this. She. How about you focus on how you can be the best man you can be? Everything will fix itself. Everything will fix itself, but you gotta stop stressing on how you not gonna get this money, and how hard it is to get this money, how hard it is to get out there grind, how hard it is to be consistent. Bro, get consistent, bro. A lot of times, bro, the one consistent is the one who make it. He not even the guy that's the smartest. You get what I'm saying? He not even the guy that's the smartest. Y'all get confused about, y'all think it's about being smart. And partially it is, and partially it is. But I'm talking about, it's not all about just being smart, bro. It's a lot of people who graduated from school and schooling who is very smart, but emotionally not tapped in, but don't know themselves, don't know understanding, don't know human behaviors, don't know what humans really need. They know how to be a worker, but they don't know how to be a boss. They don't know how to create something that the world needs, and take heed and take action. They don't know how to take interactions and take what they need to take out of it. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's nice to just work on certain things, like maybe giving a woman a compliment and just walking away. Giving a woman a compliment and walking away. Or honestly, not even giving a woman the time of day that you don't that you seek is no value for you. We do have to understand that this is a spiritual world. It's very it's a very fact. And somebody says self-made doesn't really exist. We all depend on others. And I realized this, bro. You could think you could doing this by yourself, but you need people. And I kept saying that, bro. Through my toughest times, through the times it was really bad for me, I was always like, well, you always need others. Shout out to the guy who said that, bro, because you always gonna need others. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can count on yourself. Yes, you don't have to wait on others for you to get going on your visions. But once you start to get going on your journey, bro, you're gonna start to meet people along the way who's on the same timing as you. Because you start back here, right? Right here, you don't see nobody like you. But as you start to navigate towards your purpose, you'll start to see more people like you. You got to get in the places. You got to get in the place of mindset of, I'm just going to get after it and go up every day with my purpose. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. And somebody say, "Oh God, let's get it. Let's get it." We going this it's not even afternoon. We going. We going, bro. Because you know why? Truth be told, a lot of women are going, bro. I just think you haven't seen yourself at that level of success. And that level of success don't mean just financially. You can have a level of success without even having the money. You got the workout down pat, you got the diet in right, you got the on timing right of getting the haircuts all right, and you see it resulting in some type of results in your life. But you think it's all about the money, but I mean, bro, you got to have these parts down too. I It's very simple, bro. Like, okay, boom, being in shape, boom, getting my money together, boom, just taking care of myself, catering to myself. Like, These things is very, very important. Understanding that it's not just about self, because you always gonna need help from others, right? So you gotta provide others a service, a certain level of value. And this is how millionaires think. This is how people who really get the higher incomes think, because it's like, well, what can I do of service? What can I do to be better? What can I do to explore and expand my mind more? Like, I ain't gonna lie, they don't resonate with this, brother. I remember a guy who commented in his live and said, bro, like, why every time I be kind and show love, people, you know what I'm saying, people treat you wrong? Because, bro, genuinely, you are genuinely one of the most precious things on this universe, bro. And you gotta keep it going, and you gotta keep it on the point of you knowing you are the biggest test. You know what I'm saying? You are the biggest test from God, though. Like, of course, people gonna test you for being kind, but at the end of the day, you are the biggest test from God. You know what I'm saying? To not change. He put you in this world for balance. Balance, baby. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the kind dudes, the ones who can't cap you down though. Yeah, I can't cap you down. I was gonna say y'all the ones to get the girls, but you still could possibly struggle with girls because you kind, bro. It don't really matter about just that, but I'm just saying, stay you, brother. Like, you gotta understand that you precious in this world, especially understanding that you represent that. So I mean, bro, you look at all the cool animes, who the main character, usually a person that's kind, right? You get what I'm saying? Because it's a specific amount of time of life you got. Like, why waste it with all just like you in fire all day or something? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, get right, G. And then you putting this energy on her, like, cause certain dudes will do this. Like, I've realized that, like, as we get older, certain dudes will just have that like depressed aura, like, is you depressed type shit? Like, and then when they get a girl, they try to confide that energy into her, but they don't even know that energy is just transferring over to her. So she's looking at you like, ew. And then she looking at you like it's a justified reason to crash out and use the information you give her as a reason of, uh, it made her feel away. It made her feel down. So she like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just saying, bro. Just, I ain't saying you can't tell a woman your problems, but I'm just saying, bro, don't be depressed and watch how much you invest into telling her your problems. Because, bro, being depressed, it's no really benefit of being depressed, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, it's no benefit, bro. Like, you think about even doing your purpose, you depressed now? Like, damn, like, it start to feel like, is it even my purpose? So it's like that constant control over state of mind and how you feel. It's the control over that. You know what I'm saying? You know how niggas would be like, well, because she feel this way, we gotta feel the burden of this. No, no, that's you too, bro. You gotta have it in check of how can you control how you feel. Because you can give yourself a feeling of a place of figuring it out to where if I just, through the storm, be calm and continue to walk forward, it's gonna be good. But I need to understand that I need to have the understanding of the walk of it's gonna be good. And that's when the action come in, because the action is behind the thought. You get what I'm saying? You gotta think a little bit. So it's the action that count though. Because you'll realize that, okay, you're having the thoughts, but now you're just in your head. Shout out to the guys in the live stream that's just in their head, bro, just in their head. And it's fixable. It's fixable. But what you gotta do is see the confidence in you to just start doing things that you ain't really see yourself doing before. That's it. That's it, brother. Let me know if y'all got any concerns and anything y'all want me to touch on, bro. And I'll go ahead and do it, bro. It ain't no problem. I think at the end of the day, every man's gonna have his time of day, uh, from learning from chasing women. Like, you gonna learn, because your body gonna push you towards that, push you towards chasing one, push you towards like, I need this to be complete. I need this, I need this, I need that. But honestly, bro, like, just think of something that you can just do to put you like, what if you just like every day you like no cap, this gonna sound a little crazy, but for the analogy you gonna understand. I'm gonna flick my wrist. You know what I'm saying? Flick my wrist, boom, boom. Now I enter flow state. How can we enter that flow state of being comfortable and taking action in this world of what's going to give us a return today or tomorrow? Or, next week, or months down the line, or years down the line. How much level of commitment are you ready to put into this? Because it's gonna clear up your relationship life. It's gonna clear out how much you need to invest because you have your areas to invest into. You have things that you need to focus into. You get what I'm saying? Because the guy who has the most trouble is the guy who's most bored. Let's keep it real. The guy who's most bored is going through the most shit right now. Let's keep it real. You don't got nothing to do. You got no purpose, no direction. And it could hurt you, brother. It could hurt you. It could hurt you. So I would say, wrapping things up, I would say honestly, it's about the purpose. It's about the gratitude you have to the mission. It's about the things of inspiration. Like a lot of people like will view shit and they'll put them down. I just never understood that. Like I see success and think it's possible. I see somebody doing it. I'm like, shoot, I could do it. Not in their way, but in my way. I know I know I'm capable. And that's another thing that Jalen Hurts was saying in his interview, bro. Like, because the question was after winning the Super Bowl, do he think it's more achievable that he wins another one? And he said, well, yeah, because now I know I'm capable. And it's like if you never put forth any action, like you write music, you're good at music, but you don't drop music, you will never know you're capable. I think the biggest thing is knowing you capable. I think the most confident person usually wins. Usually, when you truly believe, bro, it almost add on to your strength. When you truly believe, I'm talking about real belief, brother. When you have real belief, bro, real belief everything gonna be okay. When you have real belief that you can accomplish, when you have real belief that you gonna be the black sheep and change your family life, then it's fucking possible. I think a lot of y'all want to just complain and stay the same and just confide in a woman all day. And it's just not possible, bro, because you gotta be able to be the one to walk away from the ditch and understand like or walk away from like the home base type shit and understand like bro, like you gotta be able to grow. You gotta be able to grow. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never even knew I was a motivational speaker. I still don't look at myself as a motivational speaker, bro. This is just genuinely how my brain be clicking, bro. No matter what ditch of life I come I fall in and I fall. Like it's like I always come back to this because it's like my spirit has been locked in with my purpose now. That's why it's like when people be trying to like talk about what I do, I understand I had a purpose before the vision, so I know it's going up. You get what I'm saying? And that's when I don't give a fuck no more. Like, and I say that in the standpoint, I don't give a fuck about anything that's not of purpose, growth, and vision and knowledge. I just don't. I just you feel me? I just need to keep that state in me, and I understood that I put screwdrivers down of my purpose and spirit, and I left it in there because at the end of the day, bro, like bro, it's about you finding your passions and your spot and you. For real, for real. I mean, you can have all this unproductive stuff that you could watch and stuff like that. But look, bro, I'm always remind you of you. I'm always tell you it's about you. I'm always tell you that you gotta run it up and go get some money for real. I'm always tell you, okay, bro, that shorty did you wrong, shit. All right, bro, brother, you better get to some more fish in the sea. You get what I'm saying? Because the more you not throwing your your casting rod out there, bro, you ain't catching no fish. And the fish ain't just the woman. The fish, the food, the actual food you need to put on your table, nigga. The fish is the fucking financial you need to gain up in your life. You catching bigger fish now. Oh, okay. I'm catching a bigger fish now. Okay. Boom. Then you got the woman, bro. But as you got the woman, bro, you got to know how to take her off the hook and throw her back if she not for you. Shoot, you gotta know how to cater and prep the fish. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, understand it. That's what it come down to. Understand it. Because more understanding you got, the more easier it's gonna make for you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you really want to support the channel, Patreon down below. I'm here for you.